Part of the league, part of the Stan here with another Hockey Parenting 101 video. Today's video, I'm going to talk about the importance of volunteering. Volunteering, I'm talking about parents, part of the league, part of the association, part of the team, doing more than just bringing your youth player to the rink. Really, like, looking to volunteer a little bit more of your time to the association to help out. I'm not saying like coaching, which that's an option. Coaching, if you want to volunteer to be a coach, great. You can even do it with very little experience. If you're worried about not being able to skate being an issue, it'd probably be good that you at least start taking some lessons. But you don't have to be an expert, especially if you're an assistant coach out there. I've always been an assistant coach for my son or daughter's teams when I can. I'm never the head coach because there's always somebody that probably knows a lot more, probably grew up with the game. I did not grow up with the game. I did not grow up playing youth hockey, so I always am a little hesitant about being the head coach because there's always somebody that's probably got a little more experience. But if you want to be an assistant coach, I mean, you're really herding cats out there for the coach. You just know the game plan. You know where to set up cones. You can chip pucks in. I mean, there's things that you can do even if you have a limited ability with skating. So you can definitely coach if you want, but there's many other things that you don't need to even be familiar with ice skating to volunteer. And even if you're concerned or worried that you may not know enough, trust me, you'll get up to speed pretty quickly. You'll have other parents to lean on if you have questions about volunteering. But we need volunteers. All these positions, including coaches, for the most part, are volunteer positions. We're just paying our time back to the association. We're not getting paid, so we're always looking for some volunteers. I'm pretty sure most of you can understand the importance of that. Benefits for you if you end up volunteering. You'll learn the game quicker. Especially if you're doing like penalty box and score sheet and scoreboard, you'll learn like different penalties, what they mean, how long they are, like how all that works. So you learn the team members and family members quicker, and again, you're helping the association out because it's an all volunteer force. Couple of positions that you can volunteer for. I already talked about coaching. Team manager, that's a big one. It's a big commitment, but I tell you what, if you want to get right into it with managing the team, which is usually you're working the schedule piece with the coach, you're the mouthpiece for other parents to the coach. You're doing a bunch. You're managing the score sheet. You're managing the roster. There's a bunch of things, but it's a team manager. It can be a lot of work, but it's very beneficial, and it's a great thing. One year when we were in Canada, I moved to Canada, didn't know anybody, new association for my son. They needed a team manager. I asked my son if he wanted me to do it. He said sure, so I was like, well, why not? So I ended up doing it. It was the best decision I ever made. With their one big benefit with their social healthcare system up there, we just moved up there from the United States. I couldn't find a doctor for my infant daughter, and it just so happens that the head coach of the team, who I got to know really well, and we're still friends to this day, he had a good friend who was a pediatric doctor, a pediatrician, and he got me in. Just because I ended up volunteering to be the team manager, and I got built a rapport with the coach. So it was a great experience. I mean, I'm sort of introverted, so it was a great way for me to come out of my shell and like actually talk to people. I'm pretty shy until I get to know folks, but that made me address the whole team and all the parents. And anyway, it was a great experience. I met a lot of great people up there, and I'm still friends with them to this day, even it's been 10 years since I lived there. So anyway, so team manager, a lot of work, but a lot of reward that comes out of that work. Other volunteer positions like scoreboard and clock, you may be like, I can't do the scoreboard. That looks complicated. It's really not. It's pretty easy once you get the hang of it. Penalties can be kind of hairy, especially if you're doing like high school games when a lot of kids are going into the box. It's kind of hard to manage, but you can work with the refs and figure that out. So scoreboard and clock, once you do it a couple times, it's not too bad, and you get the best seats in the house. You're like right on the ice watching the game, so it's pretty cool. Penalty box, it's even an easier one. You get good seats, and you just kind of sit in that box and wait for a kid to come in, and you let him out when the ref says to let him out. So it's super easy, but another great way to volunteer your time. I mean, you're probably at games already for those scoreboard and clock, penalty sheet, penalty box, score sheet. So just great ways to volunteer, great ways to get more involved with the game, great ways to kind of push yourself to learn the game quicker, a great way to meet all the other parents and get to know them better, great way to get to know the team better, and it's just a great way to support your association, because again, the association that you're involved with can't function without a strong core of volunteers each and every year. So I implore you to please get out there and volunteer your time. It'll be a great benefit to you, and like I said, and to the association. So all right, I think that's it for this video. Appreciate you watching my videos. Please subscribe if you have any ideas for videos you want me to do, any hockey parenting videos, something that I haven't discussed yet. Please feel free to let me know, and I'll put it on the list. And I think that's it. So Crisis DN signing off.